Yeah, so welcome back. We continue with the objective questions, and the next question is number 31. The length of an arc of a circle of radius 3.5 centimeters is 1 number 19 over 36 centimeters. Calculate correct to the nearest degree the angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle. Take pi equals 22 over 7. Alright, so let's go straight to that. We know the formula for the length of an arc. The formula for the length of an arc, that's question 31. The formula for the length of an arc is theta over 36c times 2 pi r. So theta over 36c times 2 pi r equals L, where L is the length of the arc. That means theta over 36c times 2 times 22 over 7 times radius 3.5 is the same as 7 over 2. Times 7 over 2 equals L, 1 number 19 over 36 is the same as 55 over 36. And then you can write that as, that simply means, of course, this 2 cancels this 2, this 7 cancels this 7, and then we are left with 22 theta over 36c equals 55 over 36, and that simply means theta equals 36c times 55 all over 22 times 36. And let's see what that is. And that's 25 degrees. So the angle subtended at the center of the circle by the sector, the angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle is 25 degrees, which is option C. That's option C. That's option C. And now to the next question, 32. Okay, here we have a diagram. That's a simple diagram. Let's see. This is a diagram. We have this, and then there's a straight line here. There's another one here. There's another straight line here. There's another straight line here. This is parallel to, they're parallel to each other. This is parallel to this. Now we have another line here. Which are both parallel to, this is parallel to this. And now there's one more line here. So let's label, this is P, Q, T, U, R, S. This line is parallel to this line. So this is 5, UR is 15 centimeters. UR is 15 centimeters. SR is 8 centimeters. PS is 10 centimeters. And that's all. So, okay. So the question is, the information given is, In the diagram, PQ is parallel to SR, BS is parallel to TR, QS is parallel to UR, US equals 15 centimeters, SR equals 8 centimeters, PS equals 10 centimeters, and the area of triangle SUR is 24 centimeters squared. Calculate the area of PTRS. We can see that figure PTRS is a parallelogram, and the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So let's find the height of triangle. Let's find the height of triangle SUR. Let me call that H. Height of triangle SUR is H. So area of triangle SUR, area of triangle SUR equals 24 centimeters squared. That simply means half times base, the base of triangle SUR is 8, times H equals 24. And this simply means 4H equals 24, which means H equals 6 centimeters. So, therefore, the area of the height of triangle SUR is the same as the height of parallelogram PTRS. We can all see this height is the same as the height of a triangle. So that means area of PTRS, which we know is a parallelogram, is base times height, and that base is SR, which is 8 centimeters, times height, which is the same as that of triangle SUR, and that's 6. So the area of PTRS is 48 centimeters squared, and the correct option is B. Now to the next quickly. 33. Question 33. We have a circle here. Now let's see that. And this comes here. O is the center of the circle. This is Q. This is R. And this is P. This angle is M. This is 48 degrees. Now let's get the information. In the diagram, PQR is a circle with center O. If angle OPQ is 48 degrees, find the value of M. Alright, if OPQ is 48 degrees, OQM, OQP, and OPQ are equal. So this is also 48 degrees. Because OPQ is an isosceles triangle. This is also 48 degrees. So we can say angle OQP, angle OQP equals angle OPQ, which is 48 degrees. And the reason for that is base angles of isosceles triangle POQ. OQ and OP are radii. So that means triangle POQ is an isosceles triangle and its base angles are equal, which are OQP and OPQ. Therefore, M equals angle OPQ, angle OQP plus angle OPQ. And the reason for that is exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles, which is 48 plus 48, and that's 96 degrees. The correct option is A. Now to the next very quickly, 34. That's a question. We have this. This goes here in that way. This sector represents men. This represents children. And this represents women. This angle is 169 degrees, while this is 120 degrees. That's 120 degrees. Now let's see. The pie chart shows the population of men, women, and children in a city. If the population of a city is 1,800,000, how many men are in the city? Okay. The angle that represents men is going to be, okay, let's do that first of all. Angle that represents men, angle of the sector that represents men is going to be 360 minus, this is 169 degrees. It's going to be 360 minus 120 minus 169, which is, and that's 71 degrees. So that means the angle that represents, the angle of the sector that represents men is 71 degrees. So since we have found that, we can find the number of men in the city. That means men is therefore 71 over 360 times 1,800,000. Now what does that give us? Times, and that means there are 355,000 men in the city. And the correct option is C. Now to the next very quickly. 35. The mean deviation, the mean of a number of the numbers 15, 21, 17, 26, 18, 29 is 21. Calculate the standard deviation. Okay, for standard deviation, we need this table. The values are 15, 21, 17, 26, 18, and 29. Frequency 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then we go again. We need x minus mean. We need absolute value of x minus mean. And then we need the square of that. The square of the absolute value of x minus mean. So x minus mean will be, the mean is 21 from the question. Mean is 21. So that's 15 minus 21 minus 6. Absolute value is 6. The square of that is 36. 21 minus 21 is 0. Square of that is 0. 17 minus 21 is minus 4. The absolute value of that is 4. And the square of it is 16. 26 minus 21 is 5. The square of that is 25. 18 minus 21 is minus 3. The absolute value of that is 3. And the square of it is 9. 29 minus 21 is 8. The square of that is 64. So what do we need? We need standard deviation. SD is square root. Okay, let me write this first of all. Summation F is 6. Total frequency is 6. And the summation of x minus mean squared. The summation of x minus mean squared is 36 plus 16 plus 25 plus 9 plus 64 is 150. That's beautiful. So therefore, standard deviation, which is given by the formula square root summation absolute value x minus mean squared all over summation f is equal to square root of 150 over 6, which is the square root of 25, and that's 5. So the standard deviation is 5, which is C. Down to the next very quickly. It's as simple as that. Question 36. Okay, that's another. There's a circle there. Let's see. That's another circle. This comes this way. There's another line here. Just trying to be sure the diagram is drawn correctly. We have this goes here, and this also goes here. Alright, so this is R, Q, P, QPS. This is 37 degrees, and this is center O. Now in the diagram, O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. SOQ is the diameter, and R and SRP is 37 degrees. Find angle PSQ. How do you find PSQ? Okay, we want to find PSQ. Oh, that's simple. Angle SPQ is 90 degrees, and the reason for that is angle in a semicircle. This is 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. Angle in a semicircle. And what else? Angle SRP is equal to angle SQP, which is 37 degrees. And the reason for that, I'm sure you already know, is angles in the same segment. So this is also 37 degrees. This is also 37 degrees. And now we can find, therefore, we can find PSQ. Angle PSQ is equal to 180 minus 37 plus 90. (180 minus 37 plus 90). Angle PSQ equals 180 minus 37 plus 90. And the reason for that is sum of angles in a triangle. The sum of angles in triangle PSQ is 180 degrees. So angle PSQ is going to be 180 minus the sum of 37 and 90 degrees, and that's 53 degrees. 180 minus 127. And the correct option is C. So the next, very quickly, question 37. Find the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon. Oh, that's simple. Sum of interior angles of a polygon is given by n minus 2 times 180 degrees. A pentagon has 5 sides, so that's 5 minus 2 times 180 degrees, which is 3 times 180 degrees. That's 540 degrees. The correct option is C. And then we go to 38. The diameter of a sphere is 12 centimeters. Calculate correct to the nearest centimeters cubed the volume of the sphere. Take pi equals 20 over 7. The volume of a sphere is given by 4 over 3 pi r cubed. And that simply means 4 over 3 times pi is 20 over 7 times diameter is 12. That means radius is 6. So times 6 cubed. And that gives 4 times 22 times 6 cubed divided by 3 times 7 is divided by 21. 4 times 22 times 6 cubed divided by 21, and that's 900, and they said to the nearest cm cubed, so that's approximately 905 cm cubed, and the correct option is C. We move on to question 39, which says, in a box, a box contains 12 identical balls, of which 5 are red, 4 blue, and the rest are green. Use this information to answer questions 39 and 40. If a ball is selected at random from the box, what is the probability that it is green? Probability that the ball is green. Red is 5, blue is 4, and that means green is 3, since there are 12 balls altogether. So probability that the ball is red, probability that the ball is, find the probability that the ball is green, is equal to 3 over 12, which is the number of green balls, all over total number of balls, and that's 1 over 4, which is D. And now to the next, number 40. Number 40 says, if 2 balls are selected at random one after the other with replacement. If 2 balls are selected at random one after the other with replacement, what is the probability that both are red? P, both are red. Probability that both are red. If 2 are selected at random with replacement, the probability that both are red if 2 balls are selected at random one after the other with replacement is going to be, how many red balls do we have? 5 over 12 times 5 over 12, since the selection was done with replacement. It's done with replacement, so that will be 25 over 144, and the correct option is A. And straight we go to the next, 41. We have a diagram there. This is supposed to be a piece of cake, and then there's another line here. So this is X, this is Y, this is M, and this is Z. This straight line is PQ. Now, in the diagram, PQ is a straight line. If M is half X plus Y plus Z, find the value of M. M equals half X plus Y plus Z. And that simply means X plus Y plus Z equals 2M. So, and we know that X plus Y plus Z plus M is equal to 180 degrees. The whole of the angles here give, all of the angles there add up to give 180 degrees, and the reason is angles on a straight line. Because they are all on a straight line. Now we already know that X plus Y plus Z is 2M. That simply means 2M plus M equals 180 degrees, which means 3M equals 180 degrees, and that simply means M equals 60 degrees. The correct option is B. And then we move on to question 42. What does that say? 42 says the points on a linear graph are shown in the table. Find the gradient of a line. Gradient is simple. Gradient is change in x over change in y, change in y over change in x, which is 5.20 minus 3.90 all over 6.85 minus 6.20, and that's 5.20 minus 3.9 divided by 6.85 minus 6.20, and the answer is 2. The gradient is 2, so the correct option is B. Straight to the next, 43, very quickly. Another question. Oh, that's another question on circle geometry. Let me draw the diagram here because it looks quite blurry. Yes, so that's it. There's a straight line here. That's a tangent PQ. And there's another one down here. Which is tangent RS. Now, I have a line down there, another one here, another one here. This angle is N, and this angle is M. Now, in the diagram, O is the center. Okay, there's the center O. O is the center of the circle. PQ and RS are tangents. Are tangents to the circle. Find the value of M plus N. Okay, that's beautiful. We can see that this angle is also N. Angle between a chord and a tangent is equal to angle in the alternate segment. So that angle is also M. And that's simply, and we know that M plus N equals, therefore M plus N equals 90 degrees. And the reason for that is that the radius through the point of contact of a tangent is perpendicular to the tangent. So that means M plus N is 90 degrees, and the correct option is B. Now to the next, 44. That's there's another circle there. Alright, let's go. 44. Triangle this way. Trying to make a triangle. The diagram. Very good. Okay, this is X, this is O, N, L, M. This is 74 degrees. And this is 39 degrees. Now, in the diagram, O is the center of the circle. Alright. If angle NLM is 74 degrees, angle LMN is 39 degrees, and angle LOM is X. Find the value of X. Okay, that's supposed to, in triangle LMN, angle N is, let me write that, in triangle LMN, angle N is 180 minus 74 plus 39, sum of angles in a triangle, and that's 180 minus 74 plus 13, minus the sum of 74 and 39, and that's 180 minus 74 minus 39 equals 67 degrees. So therefore X equals 2 times 67, which is, of course, if this is 67 degrees, that simply means X is twice that. Angle at center equals twice angle at circumference, and that's 134 degrees. And the correct option is A. Now to the next, 45. Which of the following is not a sufficient condition for two triangles to be congruent? That's side-side angle. The correct option is D. Now to the next, 46. A woman received a discount of 20% on a piece of cloth A woman received a discount of 20% on a piece of clothes she purchased from a shop. If she paid $525, what was the original price? Okay, she got a discount of 20% on the price of the clothes. That means she paid 80%. So let X be the original price, and that means 80% of X was what she paid, which means 80 over 100 times X is equal to $525. And that simply means, of course, 20 here 4, 20 here 5, and that means 4X over 5 equals 525, which means X equals 5 times 525 divided by 4. 5 times 525 divided by 4, and that's 656.25 $. So the original price of a cloth was $656.25, and the correct option is, let me move that back a little, and the correct option is C. Down to the next, 47, very quickly. The interquartile range of a distribution is 7. If the 25th percentile is 16, find the upper quartile. Okay, Q3 minus Q1 over 2 is the interquartile range, which is 7. Q3 is the upper quartile, while Q1 is the same as the 25th percentile. And we already know Q1 is already given as 16. So that means Q3 over 16 divided by 2 is equal to 7, which means Q3 minus 16 over 2 is 7, and that means Q3 minus 16 equals 14. That's when you cross multiply, and it means Q3, therefore Q3 equals 14 plus 16, which is 30, and it means the upper quartile is 30, which is option B. Now to question 48. That says the graph of the equation y equals 2x plus 5 and y equals 2x squared plus x minus 1 as shown. Use this information to answer questions 48 and 49. Okay, if you check this graph, you'll see that the points of intersection of the two graphs are, let's see, find the point of intersection of the two graphs. Point of intersection of the two graphs are minus 1.5, 2.0, and 2.09. Yeah, so the correct option is A. If you read the graph carefully, you see that. Now the second question says, if x equals minus 2.5, what is the value of y on the curve? When x is minus 2.5, y is 8.5. Minus 2.5, or that's on the curve. When x is minus 2.5 on the curve, just trace minus 2.5 to the curve and check the corresponding value of y at that point. That's B. That's option B. Let me write the answers here. The point of intersection are 2.0, 9.0, and minus 1.5, 2.0, and that option is actually A. The correct option is A. Now to 49. When x equals minus 2.5, y equals 8.5, and the correct option is B. Now to the last one, number 50. That says if x plus 2 is a factor of x squared plus px minus 10, find the value of p. First of all, let f of x be equal to x squared plus px minus 10. So if x plus 2 is a factor of f of x, that means f of minus 2 is equal to 0. And that simply means minus 2 squared plus p times minus 2 minus 10 equals 0. If you remember the remainder theorem, you know why I said f of minus 2 will be equal to 0. That's by the remainder, according to the remainder theorem. So that means 4 minus 2 minus 10 equals 0, which means minus 2p. 4 minus 2p minus 10 equals 0, and that means minus 2p minus 6 equals 0, which means minus 2p equals 6, and p is therefore minus 3. So the correct option is B. And that's it, simply. It's as simple as that. I'm sure you enjoyed it and got everything we did. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. See you in the next. Bye bye.